Welcome back to Two Kims.
One pod.
I'm Peter Kim.
And I'm Angie Kim.
That's right. And we are your hosts of this podcast. Oh, my God. It feels weird to be back doing remote after doing a slew of podcasts together, Angie.
So many.
For those of you who don't know or who are just joining us, Angie was in L.A. She usually lives in Chicago. And here we are back doing remote stuff with no studio. Like, we're just doing it DIY. Like
turns out our stomachs were bigger than our wallets. And
yeah, it was getting very expensive to pay professionals to edit this thing. So I'm watching a lot of YouTube and I'm figuring things out, baby. But here we are,
we're back.
Early millennials, late Gen Xers trying to figure out the podcast game late in life. So here we are. Thank you so much for coming back to the show and listening. And those of you who, first of all, big thank you to everyone who came out to LA. Come on. Like,
yes.
We have to, the turnout was incredible.
I think, should we okay, that just kind of rolls right into my top and bottom.
Let's
just get into it. Yeah.
All right, this is our section. Let's get into rock hard tops and soft, flaccid bottoms.
Your top, is your top the same as my top?
It's the same top. We got to go.
Yeah.
Of course. Let's get into it. Both our tops is
the live show.
Your time in LA.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. The live show was crazy.
Yes.
Set it up for us. What did it feel like for you from being... I performed there all the time. What was it like for you to come to LA and do this show?
One, LA is weird to me.
Okay, get into it.
Like, every time I go, and I've been there a fair amount at this point, and I feel like I get the rhythm of the life a little more because, like, every time I go, I'm only working, so it's hard for me to envision what life would be like out there. But I think it would essentially be a version of what I'm doing because everyone's sort of working in the same way. Like, if I had a day job, it would sort of take up a couple of hours, but everything else would be essentially the same. And the rhythm of life is so not normal. Like, it's not
the rest of the country.
Not the rest of the country or the world or even most people in LA. Like, the friends from high school that came to visit me, they're both doctors. And I was like, do you know anybody in the industry? They're like, no, we're just doctors. And they're like looking around and like I'm talking to people. They're like, yeah, we don't know anything about this. Like,
that's refreshing.
Yes.
I never bump into that.
You don't know anybody.
Industry friends, so that's really cool. Introduce me to your friends.
That hurt.
Do you think they would like me?
I wonder.
I really do wonder. Do you think?
Yes, of course. Everybody likes you. But like...
I don't think that's true.
But it's like one of those things where I think even to them, the pace of things feels bizarre. It's somewhere between like Midwest, like faux niceness, right? And then like Southern levels of like hospitality and like pace. Like it's both very
slow.
like
slow. It's slow. It's molasses.
Yeah. Like the time between things. It's back-to-back traffic. Everything is like 20. It's like you can't do errands like walk down a street and do them all together.
Walk?
Yeah.
Where? This is... Yeah,
I mean,
this
like
is Shel Silverstein's where the sidewalk ends.
Yes, like there is no sidewalk.
There's no more.
The municipality is not supporting that, and so you can't.
We have
like,
helicopters.
That's what I mean.
We have a lot of helicopters.
But that's the thing is like not only the disparity between affluence and like regular people, but then the disparity between the regular people and then like all the unhoused everywhere. It's just as vast. But outside of all that, just the pace.
The who? I don't see.
We don't see.
Unhoused.
We don't hear.
I don't hear unhoused. I don't see unhoused.
Yeah.
I don't smell.
I see nothing. I see nothing. I say nothing, and I do nothing. And so
it's the opposite of 9/11.
Yes.
Opposite of anti-terrorism. Like if you see something, shut the fuck up. Keep walking.
Just keep driving.
Ignore.
Keep driving.
You're not walking. Yes.
Because that's the thing. There's like a part of it.
Drive up the hill. Go more towards the hill, and then the unhoused will seem tiny.
And they can't make
You
it up
can't even
there.
see them.
They can't even make it up there because the nutrients required to make it up that hill, they don't possess. Like,
They
I
don't
mean, you
possess
need
it.
to be having, all these like juices and stuff like that to make it up there. You need to be hot girl fit to be all the way up there. And so it's just the pace of life is
can you
very
explain
disorienting.
hot girl fit? I just heard hot girl fit today. What does that mean? Does that mean you look fit but you're not strong?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Gotcha.
it's like there's no like it's all Pilates.
Substance.
Yeah, it's all Pilates and like strength training, and that means that you actually cannot wield an axe and build a fire. Do combat with a bear. You cannot, run through a forest running away from a bear. It's, you know what I mean? Like the context is very different. Mostly,
I'm guessing
bear.
anyone taking Pilates is not thinking of doing that.
Yes, exactly.
They're not doing, Pilates to confront bear.
But they should be because there's so much nature.
Why?
That's the thing. It's like
Why?
because what is the
Bear?
point?
When are you
But-
ever
but-
going to confront a bear?
You don't want to confront a bear?
Never.
You're always
Never.
running?
Why would I want to confront the bear or playing dead? Or I'm barefoot that night. I'm not confronting anything. I'm not trying. I
I'm
know
not-
better.
I'm not confronting.
You know better.
You're not confronting the unhoused. You're not confronting the bears, and you're not confronting
No.
your fears.
I'm just driving up the hill and never looking back. I'm not
Exactly.
looking into my back mirror. Okay.
The only kind of confronting you're doing is in your shadow work. So I get this. Like it is.
Yes.
Like it's mostly.
Anyway, so this was your take on LA.
It's just the
That's
pace
what you're
of
saying.
everything.
This is your take on LA.
No, it's
This
just
is what you're talking about.
No, it's just the pace of everything. It's just very. It's not even. I would even call it slow. It's just bizarre. Like it's kind of not no pace. Like there is everyone's doing stuff, but no one is doing anything. Like
Yeah, it's called hurry up and wait.
yeah, but like
That's what we call it here in LA. It's
okay,
called hurry
and in
up
the
wait.
military. So like I just don't. It's very bizarre, and so LA is weird to me outside of all that, and like where normal people are. But yeah, the show in LA, and then I arrived, and then we went straight into it. It was nice because I didn't have to engage that downtime as much, and then also so focused the time, and also we got to reconnect. It's just always fun. It's so fun and so easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
I know.
So like it was
That's
it
the
was
best.
just
That's-
yeah, it was the best. And I went out of my way to try to like not to have any like social obligation, try to cram stuff in, which I think I've done before.
That's good. Yeah.
It is. And it was like made things so much easier. I
Well, you
think-
do that
yeah.
your first couple of times, and then when you start coming for work, your friends don't. That's what you're feeling here is that it's a process town, not a process town. It's a industry town. So like you're coming here to work. You're not coming to like visit. I'm sure you may visit, but you're not doing much. Like unless you have kids and going to like Disneyland or Legoland or whatever the other stuff is, like Knott's Berry Farm. Like you're not, as an adult, you don't come to LA to like party or like whatever. Like it's a place you come to work if you're in entertainment, or else you just kind of stay away. Like you're not, there's nothing to offer here that's better than Chicago or New York, any other big city in America. I think like our museums are fine. Our entertainment art is fine. Like it's good. Everyone rolls through here, but again, it's like industry. Like it's like a weigh-in station for trucks.
It's,
You know what I mean?
Yes, but that's
Yeah.
why like it's not
It's Hollywood.
Yes, because honestly, we toured. We went through cities. There's a vibe and an energy that is distinct in all these cities, and I would say that in LA it is not that.
Non-existent.
There's
No.
not a consistent and uniform heartbeat emanating from LA.
That's designed purposefully.
Yeah, that's
tell you.
eerie. That's eerie.
Yeah.
Like
you
it
know, LA
doesn't-
used to be like one of the most like rail friendly towns, and then auto industry came in and completely leveled everything and made like insane gargantuan highways to like pump auto. So that's what you're feeling. It's like a town that the city that never became, and then an industry just was like, I'll buy up all this land. That's what happened. So it's kind of like it's a big city because it's cosmopolitan and there's a lot of business and money that goes through here.
Incredible
But-
wealth. Yeah.
but it doesn't have like the a sense of like origin story. That's not a thing in LA. It doesn't feel like, at least. It's like it feels like you go there to work. You know those people who like are living on like Halliburton land
Sure.
while they're in the military?
Yeah.
It kind of feels like that. It's like the
Right,
whole
like-
thing is just propped up for that thing.
But I mean, it's huge. There are a lot of normal people that live in LA. I mean, there's a ton of people.
Yeah, but you and I don't know anyone. You know your doctor friends, but like I don't know anyone. Your doctor friends live here outside of the industry, and they love it because they're nice, cool, you know,
Yeah.
like moderate weather. You're getting nature.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great place to live, baby. Like what's bad about it? But when you come here and you're doing what we do, there is no pace unless you're doing work. If you're here and not working, it's purgatory.
Yeah.
It feels like never-ending sunny day, nondescript.
Because
And
it's
it
all
could be-
weather at all times. No one
could
is
be
dressed.
anything.
It looks like the first spring day in Chicago when like some people are out in shorts and other people are still wearing parkas.
Jackets.
Jackets. Like everyone in LA is like dressed for all seasons. No one
But
is
it's also
going to the
because
same.
we have all seasons. We start in the morning and nights as chill San Francisco sweater weather. And then during the day, it is bikini, hot, disgusting, 100 degrees. That's what it is here. Like you go up and down. That's most of California. Like it drops in California. That's not a thing. Like, you know how in New York and Chicago, like if it's hot all day
Yeah.
and all night. That's not how it is in California. We have like mountains and valleys. So like things get like super hot and then it gets really cool at night. Anyway,
It's consistent.
this was your top? This is your top. It sounds like this was a bottom. It sounds like you hated LA
no, it's
and
like,
it was a bad experience.
No, it was the top is like doing the podcast live was like so fun. Like the stream and also
Yeah.
the show. Like it was fun. Like,
What
it
was your
so
favorite
fun.
part of the show? How about that? Let's go into the details of why this was a top.
Well, first of all, as you were mentioning at the top of the episode, like thank you so much for everyone who came out. Like so grateful. Like it's always this is more a testament to Peter and I's mental illness that every single time we do a show, we're shocked that people come.
Shop.
You have to understand, every time you come, we're backstage, can't believe it. Can't believe
are
it's
these
happening.
people?
Who are these people?
There are people who drove up from OC. That's like, they're foreigners as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, truly,
that was
like,
international.
they traveled. They brought a passport. But like, I really think that there's this point where we're constantly just baffled that any of you guys come out, that we sell tickets, that you guys care. We're always just shocked. That's mental illness that every single time this happens.
I don't think I'll ever stop. It's always shocking.
But
I'm
this
like,
is the
what?
thing. Whenever we do shows and we have like no people there, we're like, this is what we
Of
deserve.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Why would anyone come? There's no winning.
Like we're so grateful and then also unsurprised. So it's so exciting anytime we have a show and it's sold out and it was packed and it was full of game and ready to laugh.
Yes.
Audience.
Yes.
They were really
Such
laughing.
a good audience. Smart, funny audience. Yeah, it was really great.
They were really laughing.
Yeah. You guys really had fun.
Yeah, like
It was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool to watch. And yeah.
It went
that's
against all the
also
things.
my top.
Yeah. I mean, it went against also all the things that I've heard from LA comics and from you, that like LA audiences are somewhat tepid and not really forthcoming with laughter. And I was like,
I think I think that's because we had like actual real people there, not industry.
oh, okay.
Like what LA comics complain about is playing in front of other actors, other comedians, other like producers, writers. You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
that's because again, this whole town is Tinseltown. You're amongst your quote peers a lot.
Okay.
You know? Whatever that may be for other people. So I think that's what we're usually complaining about, is that like people don't really, even if they think you're funny, they're not going to give you much. They're not giving much. And it might not even be like conscious. It's kind of like I know it all. I've heard it all. You're not. They're just hard to impress.
Sure.
You know, that's kind of what it is when you're like within the industry. But like I think
like,
our fans
like
are not
mic,
industry people.
Right.
They're regular ass Jane Kims that came out, you know, from Orange County, and she had to report to, you know, her dentist's office the next day. You know, like these are real people.
She is the dentist. I'm reporting to no dentist office. She is the dentist. Don't do that.
That's what I was. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were saying that she was working at the dentist's office. I'm saying she is the dentist.
No, yeah, we're saying the same thing.
Okay. I was like, don't do that to our listeners. She's no dental hygienist. She is
some
the dentist.
Hypothetical Jane that I just made up. Anyway, what was your bottom?
I would say that LAX is really not it.
Mess.
A mess.
It's the O'Hare of the West.
Yeah. It's not it. And even, I'm sure there are terminals that are better. I didn't experience it, but it was a mess.
What did you fly?
American.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And I mean, I was traveling.
One.
I mean, traveling in December and January, I think, is always bad around the holidays. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I was on the tarmac for an hour and a half. Oh
my God.
I think I might have figured it out, that you need to get a seat that is in the front of the plane, but check in late so that you're in a really late boarding group, but you are seated in the front of the plane.
Okay.
So you're not actually on the plane for that long. And you have a lot of time. I'm not trying to, like, whatever baggage overhead. I'm not really worried about it. I'm not traveling like that, but yeah, I think that's the key, because most of
you don't want to be in the plane for that long.
I don't want to be in the plane for that long. I gotta pee. Yeah. I got peanuts to buy. I've got, you know, Cosmopolitan magazines to flip through. Like, I've got stuff to do. So
you can't do that on a plane.
I can do that on a plane. I can't steal from Hudson News. So like I can't. So
did you steal from Hudson News?
You don't steal from the airport all the time?
Never. Not the airport. I'm so scared of the airport. And I told you, we talked about this while you were here. I think you and I are going in and out of a klepto stage, because I don't anymore. I'm too scared. After I turn 40, I'm like, nope. I can't be a 40-year-old getting caught. You know what I mean? Like, I think up to 39, it was like, whatever. He's like in his 30s. That's fine. If he's a casual klepto in his 30s, who cares? He's
a 30-year-old rapscallion. You know, what can you expect? He's just a boy. He's
a klepto in his 40s. He's got a rough future. That's a custody battle he's losing. You know, like that's a deadbeat divorcee. Anyway, so especially the airport, I feel very scared about, because I feel like airport, I know it's not true, but for some reason it feels kind of like maritime law, where there is no law. Because I always hear about these like horror stories about like people, especially like if it's like Homeland Security officers,
sure.
They'll take you to some like random fucking numberless room and they'll torture you or whatever, you know? So like
for taking peanuts? For taking peanuts?
They are making an example of people these days. Okay, this
is
like
true.
Stockyards.
This is true.
Now.
They are making an example of people because the theft has gotten out of control.
Especially model minorities.
Yes.
They're gonna make, you know, like, because they've been doing it to the other minorities for a while, and we're like abused. So they're like, all right, let's turn it on the Asians. So like this. Be careful. Okay, so
Really?
LAX was your bottom.
It was just travel back was kind of like.
It's always tough. December's tough.
Yeah. So
the airlines are fucking up right now. They're the bottoms of the year, honey.
Yeah.
Because the airlines don't know what the fuck is happening.
They really don't. So I mean,
It's
like, I would say that was sort of my bottom. I mean, I kind of like, you know, I think overall, just, Yeah, like I've been in Saul's school a lot lately because it's the holidays and so there's a lot of parental things. And I will say it is weird to your mom never went to did your mom go to parent teacher conference meetings, right? That was the only time she went, right?
Yeah. She wasn't part of PTA or anything. She had
Right.
to work, but yeah.
My mom either. She came to she was always the last slot on the parent teacher conference. So we would eat dinner, she would come home and then we'd go and then go back home to make it's like I remember this, right?
Yeah.
And so but I'm in the school much more and I like it's so weird to have people at the school recognize me. Like it feels like I don't
You're a celebrity. You're a local celeb.
Yeah, like not like they know who I am.
Who recognized you? The principal?
Just like as a parent who is a parent has a child at the school, not in like a comedy sense.
Not as a comedian?
No.
Oh.
No. I mean, I'm sure I've heard that people know and that they're like excited, but no one's ever come up to me and done anything. I mean, I think I'm putting out the correct vibe. Don't bother me about it. But like, I think I'm putting out a good unfriendly vibe.
So wait, you're saying that you got noticed at your son's school as a parent? What? Isn't that normal? What am I missing?
But
isn't that normal to know who Saul's parents are?
Yes, it is. It is normal. But it's not like there is no, we don't have like a version of that. Our parents never did this. I don't know how to be that version of a parent.
What
my
version?
husband, we're like, you're the kind of mom that like drops stuff off. I do this. I'm bringing gifts for the parents. I'm doing like activities. I'm like showing up and popping in, doing like a presentation for something. Like I'm
like an involved stay-at-home parent.
Yes.
Okay.
And I really don't. It feels weird. Like it's not that I do or don't like it. It just feels very foreign to me, and I'm not completely sure.
Why are you doing it?
Because he likes it a lot. He likes it a lot.
Oh, this is for your son?
Yeah, he likes it a lot.
That's nice.
Yeah, I know. It's sort of like, and these kids are so humbling. So it is good to show up and have 7-year-old girls read me. So I am showing up.
Always a nice day. Always a nice day getting the truth from the mouth of a babe.
Yes, but it's just weird to. I don't know, like, when a version, it's not too often at this point that like a version of yourself, of your identity is not like affirmed by like what either you want or what you've been. And it's like, I'm making all these choices. It's like in therapy when you start making the right choices and you recognize your like ramifications and like intention behind things. And then you start noticing your choices and actions and consequences becoming different. And you don't recognize this version of yourself anymore as you change. It's good, but you don't know who this person is. Do you know what I mean?
Not really, but it sounds like this is so both LAX and you're having a existential crisis about being a good mother. It sounds like are you bobbing? Both LAX and you not being used to being a good mom are your bottoms of the week. Very relatable stuff. Really relatable stuff. My bottom of the week is that I went to a holiday gathering with some friends, and listen, it was 3 couples, okay? And we do this every year. We get together and we play white elephant.
Okay.
The stealing game. You open it and you steal it back or whatever.
Sure.
So we're doing that this year. And then right before we come over, one of the hosts says, "Oh yeah, come over by 6, and we'll have couple gifts And I was like,
What are couple
What?
gifts?
that's what I said. I thought we were
Yeah.
doing White Elephant. So we go over and we have dinner and everything, and they're like, "Oh, Peter and Eric, this is for you," and it's like cute little stuff, like ornaments for the tree that's like shaped like a weed, a thing. You know what I mean? Like just really like thoughtful gifts, and then for Eric, like some music thing.
Sure.
And then they gave the other couples like a different gift, and then the other couples gave them and us like couple gifts, like, oh, here's a cute like pack of like artisanal seeds, like blueberry seeds or whatever, like real like yuppie type of stuff, but like little gifts that like were exchanged for the couples by the other couples. And we came with just our White Elephant gifts.
Was
So
there an
we
email? Was there a
We did
text
not
message?
prepare.
Wait,
We
was
did
there
not
a-
prepare.
Was there an
There was
email?
a text message. There was a text message. I told you that they said we're giving couple gifts. That was the only message we got.
But when was
And we
that?
were like days before,
Okay.
and I was like, "What is that?" And we got there and we found out. And the other couple brought gifts for us and the other couple, and we brought no gifts. So while the exchange is happening, we're going, "Oh my God, thank you! Oh my God, thank you! Oh my God, thank you! Oh my God, thank you!" And then not giving anything back.
Did you address it?
No,
You
no,
never addressed it?
we never addressed it.
You
And
weren't, you didn't even
you know why?
apologize?
You know why I didn't address it? Because this was not the plan. The plan was White Elephant. So for me to address it says that I did something wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. We didn't say we're gonna do this, and you're gonna. You know what I mean?
No. the
This
reason
is
why-
not. This is not. That's not good etiquette. To surprise me with gifts and then
Peter,
What?
that's why I asked that question about you. Did you get a email or a text? And you were like, I told you. And it's like the way you phrased that we're doing couple gifts, it made it seem that day of they sprung this on you. There were several days.
there were several days.
Several days.
There
where
were
you
several
could've-
days, but they reminded us that it was happening because we almost didn't go over because there was something about like, are you okay to host? Are you not okay?
Yeah.
And then they were like, we'll just bring your gifts to you. And I was like, wait, gifts. So we should prepare gifts. And we didn't.
So
Because we thought maybe, this is what I thought. If they prepare gifts, hey, that's on them. You shouldn't give just to receive. But the other couple also prepared gifts.
because they were on the same email, they were on the same text thread, right?
Same text chain. But they didn't say, okay, we'll get gifts too. They stayed silent. So now we're like, okay, you two, now the two couples are giving gifts and all we're doing is receiving. Now we look crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, that was my bottom of the week. I look crazy at
No, I
great
can't put-
gifts. Great gifts. But again, like it wasn't clear what we were doing. I thought we were doing gifts for White Elephant.
But they sent
The trading and the stealing.
But
That's
they
what
s-
I thought we were doing.
But they sent a text
A text.
that
4
said
days
couple.
before. We're doing
Plenty
couple.
of
we're
time
gonna
for you to have gotten. Plenty of time for you to have gotten a gift. A clarifying text. Oh, what's that? Are we doing text?
Are we doing?
gifts outside of the white?
You know what?
elephant?
You know what that would have said. You don't have to. We just prepared something for you. That's what would have happened. And then we would have been like, okay, then we look like assholes clarifying that and still not bringing a gift.
So regardless, you were not going to bring a gift.
I'm-
Is that what you're saying? Even if they had said explicitly, yes, we are doing couple gifts. So that reason why you didn't send a clarifying text was in order
Because I'm not bringing anything anyway.
in order to mitigate any blame or guilt that you may be
I didn't want
burdened with.
anything more said. I honestly thought it was going to be that one couple giving gifts, and then we were going to be like, thank you. Good. But
just
then
have to-
the other couple brought gifts. Now we look like assholes. We could have
Yes.
both not brought gifts.
So you're
Also,
hoping-
we're doing White Elephant. That's what we said. We said we're doing White Elephant. Why are we adding this other layer now? Then do that from the beginning. Let's say we're doing White Elephant and we're doing gifts to each other. Then we're all on the same page. But this, you know what I mean? This kind of like later, it's like a later gramming of the gift idea. And now I got to go out and buy more gifts. I already went and did the White Elephant gift. And anyway, so the gifting is getting out of control is my
This
point.
I will agree with you here.
We
The
need to
gift-
stop.
Yes.
Like the Christmas and the thing and the
we need to stop giving gifts and we need to start stealing more. And this is sort of what I am trying to get people to understand. Like
hey, you're a 40-year-old thief.
I'm being serious.
I agree.
Like,
I think everyone should be stealing. I really
just
do.
not, I mean, like, I'm not talking
I'm
about.
not here
like,
to judge. I
yeah.
just for
I'm
me,
saying
I can't
I'm
do
not
it
talking
possibly.
about like grand scale like larceny levels of thieving. I'm talking about petty, like small things, like the asking of samples.
corporations.
Corporations. Like who
Yeah.
gives a fuck? Like so many of my gifts that I give, like in the last couple of years, are just literally sample bags. Like I give little bags of like samples of expensive toiletries and skincare.
That's not stolen. They gave that to you.
I know. I insist.
I know. What I'm
Yeah.
saying is it's not stolen. Them giving you something after you ask or insist is not stealing.
Yes, but I will say that I've had the experience when I've done it with friends that they act like I'm stealing because they feel guilty because we're not
there are
buying
those
anything.
people- There are those people
'Cause-
who will feel guilty about anything. Like, don't ask
And
for
they're,
anything.
oh,
You
it's kind of like those kind of
don't
people
use
that
it.
would show up to a gift exchange with couple gifts after hearing. Not Peter.
The gifting is out of control. All right? We need to.
I cannot believe you didn't apologize or acknowledge it. You're just like, thank you.
Why
And then,
should I? I'm not. No. I'm not. If you want a gift, give it to me. Give it to me. I'm not gonna be like, oh, now I feel bad. I didn't get you anything because what is that gonna do? They're gonna be like, oh, that's okay. That's okay. And then there's a pity party going on, a circle of pity. Like, get the fuck out of here. We're done. Anyway. All right, guys, we're going to switch things up a little bit. It's the end of the year, and Unji and I have brought you a lot of fun trauma. And to be honest, like, it was fun doing it, and there's a lot. But we'd love to hear from you. If you have stuff that you want to write into us, please write in, and we'll talk about it anonymously or not. And then, hopefully we can make it fun and cathartic for you. But I think we're going to take a pause in divulging our trauma for a little bit because we've done a lot. We've done a lot of these episodes. And
it's getting
we're
tough.
out.
We're tough.
yeah,
We're
I'm like
scraping.
making stuff up. You know what I mean? Like, barista was mean to me. You know, like I'm. So like, what we're gonna do is take a pause on that. But we'd love to hear from you. So if you have traumas that you want to write in about, and for us to talk about, please do at 2kimscomedy@gmail.com. That's the number 2. kimscomedy@gmail.com. Write into us. We'd love to hear from you.
Or you can DM,
and then-
or you can DM either
Or
of us.
DM.
Yeah, on Instagram. There is no one
Our show
managing
page.
our pages. No one is. It's us. And you know what?
Yeah.
We'll probably respond immediately. So
Yeah. So do that. And we will next week talk about a movie by writer-director, debut filmmaker Celine Song. The title is called Past Lives with Greta Lee. And it is such a beautiful film. Unji's going to go watch it this week, and we're going to recapping it next week. So if you want to follow along, watch the movie this week, and then you can follow along with the recap next week. And if you don't watch the movie, then it's okay. You could listen to the recap, or you could fast forward through it. It'll be just a separate segment. So excited about that. Yay! The cool thing about having our own podcast is that like we could ebb and flow with the structure as we want, and as artists we respond to different things. So like I think it's a really cool thing that you're like evolving with us. All right, so now it's the final segment of our show. It's where we rave about something we really love. It's time to sit back and... All right, bitch, get into this. If you are a dog owner, especially of a doodle kind, you'll know that it is fucking a torture to brush through the matting, their curls, and they have hair, not fur, so it doesn't fall out. It's like it grows differently, and it's a different type of management. And I have bought maybe 4 different brushes from Petco, PetSafe, Chewy, you name it, Amazon. And all of them kind of work. You know what I mean? And like it's like some of them like kind of brush through, some of them brush the undercoat really well and then gets like the matting out, but leaves a lot of the the top whatever. So like nothing has really been working. And I've been researching, and there's this brush that I've been looking at. It's called Chris Christensen's, I think that's the name of the vet or whatever who designed it, Chris Christensen's Slicker brush.
Okay.
And it's $65, which is a lot of money to pay for
one
a fucking
brush?
one brush. And no, it doesn't come with like replacement heads or whatever. It's one brush. And I've been putting it in my Amazon box for so long because I was like, I can't justify spending $65 on a fucking dog brush. And it's been sitting there for
LA
months and
bullshit
months and months.
right there.
It's
okay,
bullshit.
so wait.
But let me tell you.
You gotta show this to me.
I got it. And this is what it looks like. It looks crazy. It looks like these like kind of like pins and needles that got like bent, and so it's supposed to it brushes your dog's hair out, and it's actually very like it's
so
safe
no
to the
other
touch.
so other brushes, dog brushes don't look like that.
No, there's like some dog brushes look like just a regular hairbrush, like a human brush. Some dog brushes kind of have like tiny little teeth to get at the undercoat to like
There
pull
has to
the
be a dupe
undercoat
of this.
out.
There has to be a cheaper dupe of this available.
I'm sure there are. I just didn't buy it. So I got the Chris Christensen brand actual made in, it says Germany. It's German made dog brush. It's $65.
You got a BMW dog brush? What the fuck?
I got the Beamer.
Benz? You got a Benz dog brush? Like, what are you?
Listen, this isn't a brush. This is a grooming machine. Now, let me tell you though, as a doodle owner, it's a daily nightmare to brush your dog. And if you don't my dog gets real matty fast. So like, if you don't brush my
Fizzy
dog,
is so cute. I'm not a big dog fan. Fizzy is incredible.
And really well behaved. And
absolutely.
So he deserves a good brush like this. Because I've noticed that if I don't brush Fizzy in 3 days, he will mat, and the matting will get to his skin and start like infecting the skin. It's disgusting. So anyway, since I got this brush, I'm brushing him every day, and it's a joy. Let me tell you, it does not get stuck in his hair. It pulls cleanly through. It is worth every goddamn American penny.
There's no way that it's worth every penny. It's absolutely no way that it's worth every penny.
I will money back guarantee. If you buy it, fuck it. If you buy it and you hate it for your doodle, send it to me because I'd love to have another one. Send it to me, and then I will refund your motherfucking money. Okay, how about that? That's a guarantee. If you have a doodle, not regular dogs, don't be buying this for no Jack Russell Terrier or no fucking straight hair nonsense. Doodles. This is, trust me. Trust.
I will say,
watching. I've been frustrated as a doodle owner.
Okay. I will say that the way that Peter talks and loves this dog was very enlightening, illuminating. Because like this, we see like kind of two-dimensional version of his like poodle parenthood, like how he's like kind of started, and then he was like frustrated, like watching your progression, just like sort of virtually for like a year or two, right? And then seeing it in person. Mm-hmm. You are different. You're dad. You're a Potter. You're a Potter. Like you're a poodle father. You're Potter. And
Yeah, I treat him like my child because
like
he
the
is.
attention, like you're just kind of like, and even the way that like parents like kind of assume like a lot of things that like you would know about a child or their child in particular when you talk about it, like you have that sort of pride and like sort of he's always on your mind a little bit. He's always sort of like occupying a little bit of like a real estate in your mind.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's like I have no. That is I don't prescribe to the notion that like people who have pets are parents. Like often, but watching you, I'm like, oh, this is a full child to you. Like the way that you treat him.
I love it.
Yeah, you really, really, really do. And he's a really good dog, so I do understand. I've never
You could never love a bad dog.
I don't. Yeah, no.
You don't like bad children.
I don't like bad children. I don't like animals, so I'm not like. That's like one of my first stand-up jokes.
You were
like,
a little like skittish at first, but you warmed up.
Oh yeah, and also that Fizzy was in my butt. Like Dong Jeep.
Oh,
Fizzy was engaging in
ass.
deep Dong Jeep with my with my butt, my butthole. So, and I didn't mind it. Like, imagine. Usually, I'd be very annoyed. It's like whatever. Like, you know, I didn't wash my ass. Fine. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing it up.
Well, he has a penchant for the rotten.
But it was so cute, and it was and he's so cute and so like friendly and loving. Like he's a very good dog. The only time I've ever thought about getting a dog was with your dog. Truly.
Oh, wow.
I've never thought about owning a dog.
That's a huge compliment.
Yeah, I've never thought about owning a dog. So my bitch get into it this week is so something I've started to do is that I have started to cleanse my For You page of all beauty influencers that are not Asian, that are not that do not also not only are Asian but also don't kind of like have similar features as me. Like people don't actually. I was asking someone. I was like, there aren't many Asian people even that kind of look like me. Do you know what I mean? Like in.
What do you mean? Like what?
Like there aren't
like
many.
Your skin?
Not my skin, but like the way that I look. Like it's just more unusual to I don't see how I look often. Like do you know anyone that looks like me?
Like Asian women?
No, like just me that looks like me. Not like another Asian woman.
Not a
like,
famous person, no, but like I've seen people's faces, yeah.
That look like me?
Yeah.
Who? I
said not like celebrities.
Sure. But send me their picture. I would love to see them.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
this girl Hyunju from my church, you look like my friend Hyunju from my church.
Okay, great.
Like a long time ago. Yeah.
Would love to see her face.
She's not a beauty influencer.
Of course not. Why would I be a beauty influencer? I'm just saying that like it's even in the Asian beauty sphere, they are like, you know, Jumok face, like they don't look like me. And there are plenty of women with like Y-set, like more kind of like lower Korean, like lower peninsula kind of Koreans that look more like me but are beautiful and like are beauty influencers. So I've been trying to cleanse my page. It's either all Asian or also like kind of trying to make it more like Asian influencers that like have this broad face, aren't Jumok face only or super white, white skin
complexion,
complexion, you know, and like you know what I mean, like that kind of nose. Like I'm just trying to have less spots for like comparison and feeling bad for myself. So,
okay, how do you cleanse that? Like when you see a white beauty influencer, you like click not interested?
Yes. Or flip through.
Okay.
Or I go through and check to see if they ever address other beauty concerns, right? So I've made a great effort to try to cleanse my page. Now, my recommendation is as a direct result of this cleansing. So that means that many more of my makeup and skincare products are from Asian influencers. And I will say, the Japanese mascara and eyeliner products are good. They're superior. They are. It's like so stupid. Like I'm like, oh yeah, duh. Like why wasn't I always doing this? Why wasn't I always at the fucking Mitsuwa out in Arlington Heights getting this shit? But that's like kind of, when you're a Midwestern Asian person, like
you're decolonizing your mind.
Yes.
And your beauty standards.
Absolutely. And so now my beauty dollars are also going to it, and it's so like a no-brainer when you think about it in retrospect, but like all of the work that was required to even get here is wild to me. And so yes, truly, it's wild.
Say that. Ooh,
Yeah.
42 years, honey. Ooh, yay.
To get my eyelashes curly, it took 42 fucking. I was buying lashes.
Meanwhile, that Asian beauty counter was always there.
Always there.
Had never since the 80s. Has been in the same damn building.
That Shiseido lady has been waiting for me. 42 years. And
yeah, she's waiting. She's waiting for the fate to be, the destiny to be fulfilled.
Speaking of past lives, and so like
yes.
I even like buying like eyelash extensions, like the ABG girl look that I had for a while, like those like lash curtains that it kind of had, that's also like you know what I mean? It's not a look that I particularly enjoyed. It was just because I couldn't figure out what to do with my lashes. They're so straight and so sparse.
Yeah.
You got to do the Japanese or the Korean. You have to stay in the community. You have to stay, like there are, especially with, and this, you're talking about your hair. There's just some shit. I'm telling you, buy Shiseido or Korean brand shampoo. Peter, your hair will be different.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the decolonization.
I was using yeah. You're right. I was using Korean shampoo for a while, but it wasn't for me. But I'll try some Japanese stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you.
I love anime. All right, well, bitch, get into that. Get into the Japanese, Korean, East Asia, or like whatever your thing is. You might not be Asian. And what do you think? Okay, before we go, give us one wrap-up thought about white ladies using Korean products. Are we for it? Are we against it? Do we love the money? Do we hate it? Go.
We love the money. You don't need to be here. That skin is actually, sometimes I think you're doing too much. You're coming out here, you look like you just got out of the shower. You're too wet.
We're not going for chok chok?
They're
not going for chok chok. We don't want them to be chok chok?
No, because their skin cannot handle their skin cannot always handle that level of chok chok. Not all Asian skins can either, but it's like there's like a thickness to our skin and our hair that's different. And I feel bad. I'm just like, girl, this is not it for you.
You think they're wasting their money?
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, you should be using French shit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not that you can't cultural appreciation or culturization, all that stuff. It's just like, maybe it's just not for you.
It's FUBU. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. That's, what's not FUBU? This podcast. All right. It's for you, but it's by us. It's FIBU. And tune in next week. Go watch Past Lives if you haven't already, or watch it again if you want to do a quick recap. And we'll be talking. We're going to be really delving into all the stuff. Ooh, all the heartstrings, all the yearning, all the Korean.
That guy is so hot. That guy is so hot.
Wait till you watch this. All right, folks. Check out the Patreon. Leave us a review if you haven't already. We really, really love and appreciate that. And we'll talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye.